As part of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's highly controversial visit to the Taiwan island, she met with the chairman of Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, the world's largest contract chip maker. Media reports said that the two spoke on matters related to the American Chips and Science Act that was passed last week. The CHIPS Act aims to provide $52 billion to support chip companies that invest in the U.S., part of the U.S.'s efforts to boost America's chip-making capabilities. The act also includes restrictions on investment in China for companies that receive U.S. subsidies. And this is nothing new. In 2020, Washington introduced a rule that requires foreign manufacturers using U.S. chip-making equipment, including TSMC, to get a license before they can sell semiconductors to Chinese telecoms giant Huawei. That same year, China's largest chip maker, Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, or SMIC, was put on the U.S. export blacklist. This time, just before Pelosi went to Taiwan, news came out that the U.S. is considering a ban on memory chip-making equipment to China. The U.S. has always flaunted itself as a supporter and defender of a free market. It has even used this as an excuse to attack or smear the reputation of other countries. But now, in order to maintain its own hegemony, it is making many international semiconductor companies pick sides. TSMC supplies chips to major tech companies like Apple and Google. It also has a $12 billion chip plant in the U.S. state of Arizona. In the meantime, TSMC produces 28 nanometer and more advanced 16 nanometer chips in its facilities in Nanjing, China. Under the rules of the American CHIPS Act, TSMC will not be able to substantially upgrade or expand its existing facilities in China. That will result in the company losing growth opportunities in the world's biggest semiconductor market. Rules like this also hurt other tech firms. For instance, Intel had to sell its wafer plants in China's Dalian as part of a broader deal for American company NAND memory business. After leaving Taiwan region, Pelosi and her delegation headed to South Korea, another key Asian chip-making economy. South Korean president reportedly will not meet with Pelosi in person during her visit. The global semiconductor shortage that was started off by the U.S.-provoked trade war has highlighted the importance of the chip industry. While companies like TSMC and Samsung Electronics rely on tools and technology from the U.S., Europe, and elsewhere, China has been boosting its own semiconductor industry over the past several years, with a focus on self-reliance. At a time when the global economy is faced with multiple challenges, international cooperation is critical to promote a stable and healthy development of the chips industry, and hence jointly support the recovery of the global economy. The U.S.'s act to suppress China, however, violates basic market rules, distorts global semiconductor supply chains, and brings damage to the world economy.